welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm a Russian-American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials of affordable, inexpensive makeup from Walmart, drugstore, various websites. I'll test it on my face and I'll pass the savings to you guys. So in this video, I'm testing a new, more or less new, Beauty Bay Youtopia palette. It's bright, it's beautiful, it's summer-like, it screams of summer. And we're going to be doing this look. I also got a couple of other items from Beauty Bay. And I'll show you the swatches, the tutorial, and my final thoughts at the end, as usual. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so YouTube notifies you of all the new videos I upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. So do follow me on social media. The links are down in the description box, as well as my Patreon group. So like, follow me, comment, and let's get right into this. So I ordered this palette because, you know, it first of all looks beautiful. Secondly, all of my Beauty Bay palettes are amazing. I have Bright Mattes, I have Book of Magic, I have the other one, Sunset, Sunrise, you know, one of those. And I have the pastels. So pastels look very similar, the same size. It looks like this. I use it very often to blend out other shades if I'm missing some light shades. And this is the Youtopia. So they kind of complement each other. They're kind of a couple of colors very similar, like the blues and the greens, but this one is way more intense, way more intense. You know, I got this idea just now. Well, first of all, it was 10 bucks, and I bought also the eyeshadow, and it came with a free brush. It's a nice flat brush, so that was a nice freebie. And the eyeshadow looks like this. I'm gonna show you the swatches later. But what I swatched now, the pastels and the Youtopia, because I was wondering what it looks like. Because this shade here is very similar, like this one. This one is not, but this one is very similar. So I swatched this two and the other green shade from pastel. So that's pastel's green shade right here. And this is the green shade from Youtopia, the kind of minty, and the other one from Youtopia. So you can see Youtopia is a little more bright and pigmented. And this blue is from the pastels, and this is from Youtopia. Orange from pastels, orange from Youtopia. So you can tell that one of them is definitely more pastel. So my husband is missing in action. He is in Austin, Texas, just flying. He's rich clients as usual and sitting in a hotel waiting for them. Anyway, if you missed the boat, he's a pilot. So he's a private pilot for a corporate jet. So he's always flying out somewhere. So I'm gonna swatch myself, and you're gonna see here. So I swatched myself on unprimed arm this time, just to be more fair, I guess, because most people do unprimed, although I think the more fair for the palette would be to prime. But you know, so this is just a moisturized arm. It's not super dry, moisturized for a change. So it swatches nicely actually, without any primer or any concealer, as you can see. And I also swatched the hair, the duochrome. It's a beautiful duochrome. It's like purple, bluish, and pink shift. I didn't use it today because, you know, obviously I did this look. I wanted to use all the mattes. But this is a really pretty eyeshadow. I cannot wait to use. So, without further ado, let's get into this cut crease look. My bangs keep getting stuck to the gems because I put gems all over, and now my bangs are like grabbing, and that's not pleasant. So let's get into the tutorial, and you'll see the final look at the end and my final thoughts, which of course you can already tell. I love this thing. Oh, there goes the brush to the floor, as usual. So let's get to it. So this is going to be the shape. I don't often do, it's not my favorite, the full cut crease, but I wanted to use as many colors as I can, of course, and I want it to be very pop a very summer-like vibe because this palette like screams neons and summer. So I'm going to start with Serene, the purple, on a Luxie brush from BoxyCharm's 223 short shader. Pretty much any small brush will do. I just don't like to use brushes that's too thin and it'll create harsh lines because you want to have a little more smudgy here so it's easier to blend. I'm just painting the crease right now, pretty much sketching what I want to see and trying to match the other eyeball, of course. So this goes on very pigmented. I'm kind of pressing and smudging at the same time just to create a little bit of a line because there is a lot of colors. So I'm not trying to make this too big of a line. So I'm going to dip the same brush into the Dreamland and that's gonna help the blend. It's like a lighter purple. This shade does so pigmented. But they're pressed pigments. Of course they're gonna be pigmented. So pressing them is the best way to go. Just dabbing them on instead of look at hair. That's not even my cat hair, it's my own hair. So instead of blending them immediately, it's better to just press them on. And I'll use a small brush to kind of smoosh it, blend it. And I'm taking a small gesso brush. This is very smudgy, it's excellent. This is Petite Eye Blender 223 and we're gonna go for the pink, Bliss. And this is hot pink. This is as hot pink as you can imagine. Beauty Bay does excellent with creating bright shades. The matte formula is always great. And it's all affordable, so you guys should really try them out if you haven't yet. So now I'm taking a smaller gesso brush, and this is a Luxie pencil brush, 230, or Lux, what do I say? And we're going into Paradise. This actually reads more blue than it is green, because it looks a lot turquoisey, but it looks blue on the eye, which is great. Because this kind of color is easier to blend with purple, opposing to more green one. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing a Beauty Bay white base, of course. I mean, Beauty Bay goes with Beauty Bay. So I'm just gonna be blending these two colors together. I'm gonna take a small gesso brush. This is very small, detail shader 237. It's good to blend stuff with. So what I did off camera is cut my crease and put a little bit of eyeliner on. And this is the Glam Vice. This is crop top. It's a UV activated, I guess, one of those. Well, it doesn't matter. And also, if you can notice something extra here, since the last shot, I added some gems because it was too matte, and I'm like, I need something sparkly. So now we're gonna go on to the main lid. I'm going to take a flat brush, and we're gonna go to that green, Eden, lime green, and Halcyon at the very end because I wanted to test all of them, and yeah. And look at that matte green. Look at the intensity of big pigmentation. This is almost as neon as the neon liner is. That's how good it is. Alright, so at the end we're going with Halcyon. Just a little bit here, a little minty. It's a very pretty minty color. Everything goes on smoothly and beautifully. So as you can see, I added some gems with some eyelash glue. I mean, very easy, simple, on top of the liner. And I did the liner off camera because it's very tedious. And highlighting my brow bone with the Beauty Bay highlighter in the color Beam. Just very subtle. So now we're going with the low lash line. I wanted to use more opposing colors, like this is cool and this is warm. I wanted to do the same thing here, but the opposite, like put the orange here and some blue on the other side. So I'm going to use back to the Serene, the purple with the same brush. I'm just going to stamp it on along the lash line. So now I'm going with another small gesso brush. This is a detail shaded 237, another one of this. I'm going back to the blue, the same blue I used in the inner corner, and we're going to put this here. So now I'm going to opposite side. Back to that pink blaze color, just to create better transition between that and orange. Because orange doesn't really go here, so I wanted to create a little bit of a transition. Now I'm using another one of the same brushes that I previously used, 237, the gesso one, and we're gonna go to lace. Yeah, that's a very bright orange. This palette makes me feel so happy. It's like a happy summer feel. It's so pretty. So I use white Putty Creations gel liner in my waterline, and so now I'm gonna go for the low lash line, almost the same colors, but I'm gonna use red, and that's gonna be the last color, so use them all. The colorful pear kit that I am. So I'm going back to the same first brush. I'm just going to drag along the lash line, but a little below. I'm feeling like something dramatic with this palette, like I've been doing lately, going back to that white waterline, kind of like drag inspired. It really does open your eyes in a fake way, but it does. So now we're going with the red, and I'm using the same brush that I used for the orange, and I'm going to the red. And the red is called Midsummer. That's perfect name for this. The whole palette looks like summer. I'll add that little pink in between to make the blend a little better, because the red and purple is gonna give you a neutral kind of undertone, and in between the two colors is not gonna look pretty. So I'm gonna go a little bit into that hot pink, the Bliss. So I'm going to do my base, finish blending, and I'll be right back. It does look like a midsummer rainbow in pastels. I really enjoy this, and there is depth in this palette. I think it's very, very well curated. So here are the eyes. Let me remove my bangs. Already put my hair down, so I just washed my hair today. As you can appreciate, the freshly shampooed and styled hair. That does not happen very often. Anyway, regardless, so that's the look. I'm very happy with it. The palette performs just like every Beauty Bay palette that I have. Amazing. You have to remember, those are pressed pigments, so they're probably not going to be as easy to blend as the regular eyeshadow. So you have to stamp them on and then blend them out, but it works. It works perfectly and extremely, extremely saturated. Extremely beautiful. So this is the final look. I used a lot of Beauty Bay products. I have Beauty Bay highlighter, bronzer, and blush. I used those, and I also used the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Foundation. I have not used in a long time, and I still love it. It's very nice foundation. The concealer is Wet n Wild, the new Wet n Wild Incognito, and everything is pretty much budget and inexpensive. Oh yeah, if you ask me about the lips, here's what I did. It's a little bit cracking. I might have to put some lip gloss for the intro and outro. I mean, this is outro. And they're already cracking. So why they're cracking? This is actually very good. This is Maybelline Matte Ink in Loyalist. And this is a very good one. It rarely cracks on me, but I like the color of a cooler tone, so I wanted the cooler tone lipstick. So I used this one that I got for $3 in BoxyCharm. My one and only at the Glam shop. And this is in the color Sup Nude. Like, Sup Nude. And this is supposed to be, they're claiming this is the most creamiest even lipstick ever, and it applies like SHIT, complete SHIT. The color is gorgeous, but it applies with the blanks, and it's uneven, it's not opaque, it's like a see-through. The color is so beautiful, very, very nude, very cool tone. The smell is very good actually, but when you apply it over anything, it just does not work, so I end up using gloss over it. As I was saying, the magic of editing, the lip gloss appeared. I put some Hyundai and lip gloss over it because I just could not see, I couldn't stand to look at the Kraken. So as I was saying, this palette is amazing. I love the whole aesthetic, I love the name Youtopia, I like the outside color. It like screams of summer, the inside and the outside screams of summer. For $10, oh wait, let's do the moment, the satisfying moment. Almost forgot. Anyway, so yeah, for 10 bucks can't go wrong. And Beauty Bay delivers very fast to US, so go shop, check it out. This is gonna be linked in the description box. And this I have not used yet, but this is a beautiful eyeshadow. I just wanted to go with the matte look and use all of the shades, but the duochrome shade and the swatch was great. It's in the color Air. $5, I mean, it's a good deal, I guess, for this kind of shade. And the free brush, I mean, why not? I got a something free out of them, so it's a nice flat brush by Beauty Bay. So, and that's the end of my review. Let me know what you guys think. I know that a lot of you picked up this palette, at least from my UK friend group, because it's so easy to pick this up from UK. And everybody already reviewed it, of course, except for the Americans, or slow people like me. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think, comment below, and to like this video and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. Do follow me on Instagram, Twitter, the links are down in the description box. And huge thank you to all my patrons. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. We have a Telegram chat, we have a Facebook group, and my patrons choose my makeup looks and I have special lives for them. So if you guys are interested, the link to my group is also in the description box. So thank you all for watching. Happy summer and happy Pride, because this is like ending up as another rainbow look for Pride month, so there we have it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.